What's up? Happy Friday! How was your week? Good week? What do you have planned this weekend? Anybody else turning 50 this weekend? I am, and I laugh so I don't cry. No, I'm just kidding. Gail, winner! Good to see you on here, Gail. Morning. All right, yes, I do. I'm turning 50 this weekend. I'm actually fine with it. I'm fine because I'm fine with my direction of my life. I'm fine with the people I have around. Like, I'm fine. I'm not sad. It is funny to think of myself as a 50-year-old. Whew, because I remember, is that Erin on, or is that my mother on as Erin? Hi, Mom. It is funny to think of myself as 50 almost, because I remember thinking 50 seemed super old. Like if somebody was 50, ugh, pretty tough stuff. Hi, Michelle. Good morning. Early where you are. Morning, Christy. Thank you, babe. I appreciate that. Guys, I had a whole Dance Party Friday set, and the subject was going to be around perfection. But I got completely derailed on that thought after I watched a story on the Today Show this morning, and that is the question I'm bringing to you today. So the question for today's Dance Party Friday is, what is the weight of this thought that you're carrying around? And how is it corrupting your life? So let me tell you what I mean by that, what that question is kind of geared towards. The story was on the Today Show, and many of you may have seen it. I'll give you just the highlights of it. It was about two men. This is 10 years after this incident. They were involved in a car accident. And the one guy was a pastor, and his wife was in the car. And the other guy was a rookie firefighter. And I believe the rookie firefighter fell asleep at the wheel or dozed off. Nothing negative there, just tired, dozed off. And he crossed over the double yellow line and hit the pastor and his wife head on. And he woke up in the hospital, and one of his firefighter, I guess the chief, came in to say, I need to tell you that the wife didn't make it, and she was 7 months pregnant. And they had an 18-month-old at home, maybe? A toddler at home. And this guy was, as you can imagine, just devastated, sideways. So, long story short, the pastor chose forgiveness. The pastor chose forgiveness for this guy. And years went by, and 2 years later, they were both in the same parking lot of a store. And out comes the pastor walking right towards the rookie firefighter who fell asleep and ultimately was the reason his wife died. Here comes the pastor at him, and the guy is just kind of frozen. And this pastor just reaches out and gives him the biggest hug. And you guys just think I cry all the time. I don't know. I'm 50. It's okay. Gives him the biggest hug. They talk for 2 hours. The guy, the firefighter, rookie firefighter, said an entire weight of the world was lifted off of him. It was like somebody punctured the balloon and let all of the pressure out when he got this hug from this man. So the story is 10 years later, and the friendship that has developed, true friendship, like these guys are buddies. And they help each other. And the daughter, who was 18 months at the time, who's now, I don't know, 10 or 11, he's a big part of her life, and she forgives him. And this pastor has gone on and gotten married and had other kids. In fact, one of his kids was born on the day of the accident, like so many years later. Just all these incredible things aligning. But this message of forgiveness was the most powerful one I have ever seen, and we see them a lot. And Sharon and I are both crying watching this thing. So if you get a chance, go watch it. But also, it begs the question, who do you need to forgive? Because I want you to imagine those two guys, their lives, if forgiveness had not been at the core of the pastor's heart. Where would they be? I mean, one could be with anger like you wouldn't even imagine. Resentment, anger, all of that, fostering their entire life and being the backdrop of everything this pastor does from there on out. And then this poor rookie firefighter who made a mistake. He made a costly, horrible mistake. But imagine his life just wrought with guilt. And I'm sure he still has some of that, but this forgiveness has relieved him of much of that, I'm sure. And just imagine the two lives now versus what those would be like. And so think of yourself. Who do you need to forgive so that you can heal? Forgiving isn't forgetting. We hear all of that. Forgiving isn't forgetting, but forgiving is for you. Forgiving is for you. So, who do we need to forgive? Who do we need to let go of those feelings so that we can heal, so that the other person can heal? I mean, this story just, wow. It was a big wow. I encourage you to go watch it. Hi, Patty. What's going on? So forgiveness, 'tis the season. I don't care actually what season it is. 'Tis the time for forgiveness. All right, so I'm obviously going to take this message at heart too. Anytime I'm having Dance Party Friday conversations, I want you guys to know I'm very often telling myself the same thing. These are just things we need to try to remember and keep focused on. And I'm given the gift of hearing reminders of these things, and that's just what I'm trying to do here too. So, all right, let's dance. Let's dance. So the song I chose today is around the idea that we don't have to forget when we forgive. Forgiveness is for us. And this is a little bit of a stretch, but the song I chose is our boy CeeLo Green. A little bit about forget you. I don't know, it kind of ties in opposite of my message, but we're going with it. We're going with it. Hi, Patty. What's going on? Let's do this. Here we go. Where is it? Here we go. And yeah! Can't get you there. Okay. And I'm on Atari. Dance with me. You play your game fair. I picture the fool that falls in love with you. Come on. Oh! CeeLo just fell. I got some news for you. You know I gotta stay to 30. Tell your little boy. Stay to 30 seconds. That sucks. All right. Sorry, my speaker fell. That did not go well. Kevin, what's going on, my friend? I haven't seen you in a while. I miss you. I miss you. Phone call. Sorry. Hope you guys have an awesome week. Hope you take to heart this message of forgiveness, and I do hope you go to the todayshow.com and look that story up. It was amazing, and I left out some details in the spirit of keeping this brief. So, all right. Hi, Amber. How are you, babe? Good to see you. Guys, have a great week, great weekend. See you next week. Bye.